It's a deep ostrich.
Yeah. All right. So I'm at my girlfriend's house in West Grove.
It's harder
like-
physically to tell.
It's
for
like
us.
12 at night, and I got to get home. But I've been drinking, so I can't drive, not legally. So I say, okay, I'm fine. I'm just gonna walk home. But when you grow up in the country, in the burg, you can't really like walk a couple of blocks and get home. Walking home is a couple of miles. So her house from my house was a 6-mile walk. Now back then, 6 miles, no big deal. I used to run like 20 miles a week.
Dude, 6 miles in Lunenburg?
I used to run. I used to run
gosh,
20, 30
dude.
miles a week. So I was cool. I was drunk,
Like,
and I'm walking home. I get from West Grove. I come down South Guernsey. I'm walking all of South Guernsey. I get all the way back to Little
gosh.
Egypt Road. I'm coming down Little Egypt Road. I'm like a mile from my house. It's pitch black. There's no street lights, no stoplights. This is country shit. I don't have a flashlight. My cell phone's dead. I'm walking home, and it's scary out. Like you hear like dogs barking, moon's out, the occasional car passes by, but you like hide in the bushes because you don't want to get
Yeah.
seen by a car.
yeah, because, dude, I know exactly what that's like, too. Like,
So every time a car comes by, you duck into a bush.
yeah.
I'm walking down the road. I'm past the apartments. I'm walking down 896, like a mile from home. I know this road. I've driven it every day since I was a kid. I come across this grass. I'm walking in the grass. I can't really see where I'm going. I'm walking down the road. My right foot's on the road. My left foot's in the grass. I'm trying to just walk home. I'm tired as shit. I've done 5 miles already. And I hear this noise, like this weird alien noise. This caw, caw, caw. I'm like, what the freak is that? So I start walking a little bit faster. I hear it again, louder.
Nah.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is in my head, but I'm getting the hell out of here. Coming down the hill, and I bump right into something. Oh! Hit my nuts on this fence. I'm like, oh shit, that fucking hurt. And I'm feeling my hands out, and I feel this wire, this chicken wire fence, 4 feet high, up to my waist. I'm feeling around, I'm trying to find the edge so I can get around this thing. It's pitch black. And I'm feeling around, I find the corner. And I put my hand up, and I feel the corner of the fence. I'm like, all right, I'm at the edge. I'm gonna just follow this edge around, I'm gonna be fine. And all of a sudden I hear this rustle of feathers. But it wasn't a chicken. It wasn't a turkey. It wasn't anything I'd ever heard before. It was loud. It was like, and it wasn't like on the ground. It was like at my waist level. And so I look up from where the fence is. I'm looking straight ahead, and I see this little shadow, a figure, and it's real thin, and it comes straight up, and then it bends over like a lowercase r. And all of a sudden, this little lowercase r turns and looks right at me. And I see these 2 beady eyes. You know what it was?
I know what it was.
It was a freaking emu.
Oh.
There's an emu farm
Dude, there's
right there on the corner of 896. And I was like, oh, I forgot about this emu farm.
listeners that are like underestimating the power of emus. Like, I'd rather be caught
So
in
listen,
like a goat farm.
This
full-
bird
like,
is 6 feet tall. It
Monsters.
runs 45 miles an
Monsters.
hour. Its feet are 5 inches long. It's got talons 2 inches long. This thing is a monster.
spits, fucking hates.
It spits, it
fucking
bites, it's nasty.
Fucking hates people.
And I look up and I'm staring this thing right in the beak. face to beak. And I'm thinking, oh shit. So I start booking. I am running full sprint. Just my shoes are wet, my jeans are soaked, I'm tired, I'm still a little drunk, I can't see where I'm going. I'm just putting my left hand on the fence and I'm running. And this thing is running right next to me. Just keep it up, right? And I see this little head bobbing. And I'm running and it's going, huh?
Dude, so it's like keeping up with you
So I'm
and then
running,
like taunting
I'm running,
you.
it's going, huh? I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get eaten by an emu. And I'm running and running and running. And finally, I get to the end of the other side of the fence, and it's stuck in this pen, and it goes, and I keep on fucking running. I run all the way up the hill. I cut through the pine trees. I'm in my
So it
backyard. I'm home.
Oh,
Man, that was the scariest
just
thing.
like, dude, I grew up around like being young around farm animals too, like ones that like you had no business being around,
Like
you're all like
goats and
in-
llamas.
Yeah, you're all like innocent around like a little pony, but like that pony's like 30 years old.
This is like this is
You're
like
like,
horse.
"Yeah, let me
This is like
go."
horse country. So if y'all who don't know,
Yeah.
understand, like this is the kind of place where
You might get put in a petting zoo. And
Like
you
neighbor-
might become
like-
the zoo.
all right.
man.
So just give you perspective. Like a mile down the street from my house, there was an Angus beef farm where cows, just like black Angus cows, just live there. And then you would cut through the cow field. We used to go cow tipping.
yeah,
And so one night, we were trying to go out and go cow tipping because we thought, okay, this sounds
October.
fun. So we're like, all right. So we go out to this guy's house, cross his chicken farm into the next farm, which is where all the Guernsey cows are. It's the dairy farm. Because Guernsey cows are like brown and they're like a little bit smaller. We're like, all right, we can get one of these. So we walk up to the fence. We hop the fence, barbed wire. So you got to put your take your hoodie off. Everyone wears a hoodie in Landenberg. So take your hoodie off.
Dude.
A hoodie and like a flashlight, or a hoodie and a pocket knife are the two things everybody has. Like no
I
one
never
goes
ever
anywhere.
took my hoodie off.
Dude, no one
For the
goes anywhere
record.
without a hoodie or
For
a
the
pocket
record,
knife.
like, don't ever take any of those off.
No. So I'm wearing my hoodie. I take off my hoodie. I put it on the barbed wire. I climb
Yeah.
over the fence. I take the hoodie with me. And I'm walking up to this shadow. It is like the size of a
Dude.
refrigerator.
There's monsters.
Like a commercial
Monsters.
refrigerator. You go up to this thing. It's just go
Dude, like,
chew and
and
cud, right? Thing's got 5 stomachs. It's just chew
Like-
and cud.
it looks like
And
it's
it
swift.
smells. Dude, it smells like shit. Like
Yeah,
someone just
dude,
pooped.
Cows fucking stink.
It's so bad. And
Dude, and they're nimble.
so I reach
like,
up.
when you walk up to them, like you're like, wow, they're really like agile. Like,
So I walk up
like, they
to
could,
it,
like,
and
kick
it's
me right in the
tall.
face, like-
Its back is up to my shoulders. Its tail is as long as my arm.
Mm-hmm.
I walk up to this thing, and I'm like, okay. I talked to my friend, Greg. I was like, Greg, we're going to tip this thing over. And he goes, okay, you first. So I put my right hand on his rear flank, left side. He's facing to my left. Put my left hand on his rib cage. I was like, all right, you get next to me. We're not going to scare it now because it's going. And he puts his right hand next to my left hand, his left hand on its shoulder. And we're like, okay, on 3. 1, ready to push. 2, dig in. 3, and this cow goes, and takes off running.
yeah,
And
dude, you have to have like at least 4 or 5.
I did not realize the
You have
speed
to have,
of this thing.
You have to have 4 or 5 people. I have. Been a
So
part
he's
of,
dude. So he starts running. He starts running. We're standing there. This thing got away from us. We're standing in the mud, in the poop, and we're like, "Oh shit! We just lost our opportunity. We punked out." And then we hear this horrible sound. The cow is coming right for us.
no.
It circled around, and now
No.
it's coming right at us. I was
No,
like,
dude.
"Holy shit! This
It
cow!"
went like snitch.
This cow is gonna fucking kill us. So we're like, oh my god, run.
He's like the South Park episode.
But we can't remember where we came in.
Fuck.
So he goes left. I go right. The cow goes after him, and he starts screaming, "Oh my God, it's going to get me!"
Dude, like fucking
He
cows.
finds the barbed wire fence, but remember, I took my hoodie with me. So now he's grabbing onto the barbed wire. His hands are bleeding. He jumps over the fence. He cuts his hands up. The cow runs into the fence. It starts mooing. Pushes the cow back towards me. So now it's running the other way. And now I'm still stuck in the field in this mud. I lose a shoe. The cow comes after me. I'm running 1 foot, 1 sock in the mud trying to find the fence again. I finally find another fence. I go to jump it, cut my hands on the barbed wire, and get out. Oh, and the cow just stopped and left us alone. But I was like, dude,
What were you thinking?
what were we thinking?
What
Like,
the
so
fuck were you
stupid.
guys like?
So now we're both on opposite sides of the farm.
Like what the fuck?
We have
like,
to meet back at the house.
going into that.
I
Like,
lost my shoe.
oh my god.
We're both bleeding. We gotta get back home, put band-aids on, cover it
Oh
up.
my gosh.
It was
dude.
superficial, but it's like grabbing a thorn bush. But it's like,
Like why?
we just
Like-
go back
like,
home.
what?
and
Like,
go to bed.
what put you like?
We were bored. You don't know. This is this is back when Xbox. This is before
I know.
Xbox.
Like
This
no,
is like
no,
N64
don't blame
days.
fucking Xbox. Like that's extreme. You're fucking dancing and dilly around, getting like attacked by fucking like.
This was the crazy stuff we used to do in the Berg, man. This is just like
I know, just I
small town,
I had walked up to
dumb stuff.
like I was deep in the woods and like I had walked to somebody's property and they apparently raised dogs. So she was on one side of a pine forest, like on the other side like a row of pine trees with her dog and like yelling at us. And we were like, well, we're not on your property. And she's like, yeah, well, you're not on your property though. We're like, well, we weren't on my property. We were on just like somebody else's property. So she was like yelling at us through like her property to like on somebody else's property. And we're like, yeah, but we don't care. Like, we know who you are. Like,
Oh my
and
gosh.
her fucking dog was like,
Oh my
and
gosh.
she's like,
That's
I don't
scary.
know what. She's like, I don't know whether to release it or not release it. And I'm just sitting there looking at her, and I was like, if you release it, I was like, then it's your ass. And we were like 16. She's like, because I said ass. She got fucking heated. She let the dog off. She's
Oh my
Are you
gosh.
fucking kidding me? You wouldn't fucking swear at me. And she just starts cussing the dog, like, because there was like a fence.
Right.
Like, the other side of the fence, like us, was like right around the corner.
Now this
You
dog
know what I
is
mean?
running towards you.
Dog comes right around. It just acts like a total bitch. And it was the funniest thing in the world because as soon as it ran around, we were like, oh wow, that's the dog? Like, because we've been like kind of feeding it and shit. Like the dog kind of knew us, like giving it like Doritos and shit once in a while. So like when it ran around, I was like, oh, I don't know, fucking dog. Like
That's
and it just like kind of just it was barking.
It's like
but
a pet.
Yeah, it was barking, but like it kind of was just like, yo, everybody needs to chill.
Oh wow.
And we just we what we did, like, to not disrespect her, we had walked a straight line
Right.
through not her property but somebody else's
Right,
property.
right.
So we technically were trespassing, but
No,
the,
her property.
the person's yard we were walking through, they allowed us to walk through that since we were like 5.
Isn't that crazy?
You know what I mean? It was like the connecting neighborhood house. So you walk through these pine forests.
That's how it always
But on
was
the
done.
other side of the fence was these dogs, and we used to get fucked up back in the fence, and the dogs used to come up and like bark. So
That's so funny.
I mean, it was just weird. Like, but like you know how like if you know how to like look at animals and read them, like you can see them right away, like if they're a bitch or not.
Yeah.
Like they were all.
My rule of thumb
They were
with
not-
dogs
they were
is
not
that
bitches,
if
but
a
they were-
dog is barking and loud, you're okay.
Yeah.
But if
exactly.
if a dog is quiet, run.
Yeah, like
That dog's gonna get you. Because if
Yeah.
a dog is quiet, it knows what it's doing.
that lady showed up and like it was weird because we had walked through like that particular path for over like 9 years, like
Oh,
since
yeah.
I was a kid. So she must have maybe had purchased that
That's
or
crazy.
something was weird, but like she did not like us back there. She did not like us like cruising through, and I was just upset because I'm literally not doing anything. And I'm not on her property. She's just mad that I'm against it.
Right.
Like, I guess touching it.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Don't even look at it.
So when her dog came like across the fence and manned up, you know,
Wild, dude. It's
Yeah.
wild.
I didn't even
I would be scared.
I didn't even tell my parents, dude. I was like, I'm not even gonna fucking tell them like my crazy experience because we were doing like. At that point,
That's how it
at
was,
that point,
though.
we were just like, "Fuck you," you know what I mean? Like,
You're
real,
just all amped up.
yeah, like I'm 16 years old and stuff. like
That is pretty scary.
Yeah, I mean, she like her. I mean, she's an idiot because like the one dog was like actually really nice. You could tell it like wanted to leave. We always be like, "Yeah, that's a cool dog."
Wow.
And that's when she was like, "Yeah, go ahead and get him." And like it came up to us, it was like, "Murph." We just walk right by it.
Like it knows you. So
Yeah,
it's like,
it
that's
did.
cool.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. It was super. It was
Wow.
super,
You were laying a foundation
it
on
was
that one.
super funny. And then like after that experience, I was like 16 or 17. And I was like, it was Chris James. I was like, dude, we're too old for this shit. Like, I was like, I don't know about walking through around people's yards anymore. I'm
So
like,
what's
this
your
is
what's your
weird.
favorite part about being a Landenberger or a country kid?
That, I mean, just being able to walk around the woods, like the wilderness. I love the escapes you can have. Like at any immediate time, you can go down and like trail around. You can, like, there's, if you have a bored day in Landenberg, then you're boring.
Yeah. Do you
Bottom
feel like
line.
you had
Bottom line.
Do you feel like your imagination was
Bottom line.
facilitated because you had all this room to play? Like you had all this stuff to do. Like I know it seems like you don't like people who are from the city are like afraid
Well,
of
I
the
was-
country, and people who are from
yeah.
the country are like afraid of the city because it's so foreign to you. Like you don't understand it. I felt that way moving to Coatesville. It's like I don't understand all these people. Like my house, where it is now in Coatesville, is one of like 50 in the space that I grew up in. Because when I grew up,
Yeah.
we had over an acre of
There's,
land,
like-
and it was like we would go to places where there was like 14, 20
Like,
acres where you
it
didn't even
used
see
to be
people.
like super cheap when like your parents moved in and like my parents moved in.
Right.
Like it was dirt cheap.
Like, if you had
my
less
parents
than
paid like
2 acres,
137.
that was the suburbs.
Like my
Yeah.
parents like paid like 130 for like 3.5 acres and like a nice ranch, like Amish built house.
Yeah.
And that's in 1998 maybe or 9.
But I remember like you could walk through fields for over an hour
Be in the same
and no
field.
one there. Yeah. You would go down to the park,
You
and
could walk
back
from-
then the park was like 6,000 acres.
Yeah. Well, you could walk from Parsons Park to Landhope or A Plus. Remember,
Yeah,
like through that
yeah.
back way.
Yeah.
Even that took like
I remember spending
That took,
whole
like, an hour.
like afternoons in the woods. Like you would just be in there for like
hmm
hours. You'd be building forts or following deer trails. That was my problem. If I didn't do, I go in, I try to find a deer trail, and then track the deer and try to see where they went. If I saw like a raccoon trail, I try to follow that. Like you kind of like pick that stuff up. Like you try to figure out like, okay, this is what a raccoon track looks like. It has like these small little 5 paws, and you'd go to the creek into the mud. You'd see the wet tracks, and then you could try to follow it into the dry tracks, and you could like kind of like explore, and like go from there.
See, that's like I don't know. We have to go out camping at some point.
You kind of lose some of that in touch natureness.
Yeah, like I lost it. Like I should have already. I had already had planned 4 shows that got canceled, and one vacation that was supposed to occur a week ago, but that was supposed to like happen in the mountains.
Yeah.
With my buddy Robert.
Dude,
so I'm
we should tell the bear story
bear story
of when we went to Bald Eagle.
The 20-foot 5 bear.
That was pretty big.
We have not seen a bear in Bald Eagle.
So here's what happened.
No, we didn't see one.
So hold on. But we're out there camping.
We did get a weird feeling. Maybe
We were there 3
just
days.
Like, maybe it was
2
just
days.
Like a,
How long were we there?
2 nights.
2 nights. And who
2
did
nights,
we
no
met?
electric.
We met the Bat Lady.
Yeah, dude. She was probably there studying. You know what?
Dude, the Bat Lady was.
She was there when I went back.
She lived there for like 6 months.
Yeah, she said she was doing.
And they told us that there are bears in the woods.
Yeah, she goes. You see the bears yet? I was like, no.
Everybody saw the bear.
And then we were like getting fucking drunk and cooking beans.
Okay, so you don't know this, but I brought my pistol with me.
That's fine.
And I put it in my tent. And I carried my pistol the first day we were there. And then I stopped carrying it because it was just too heavy. And I had the bear spray. And I started carrying the bear spray the second day.
The bear spray is all you need. Like a pistol out there because they're not grizzlies. Like
I could drop a black bear with my pistol if I hit it.
it would be easy, but like.
But you'd have to really hit it though.
Like they had to really be one. Like there's hunting up there.
It's a
like,
small caliber
it'd have
pistol
to be
though. It's
one.
not like
It had
a
to be like one
50 caliber fucking Desert
one
Eagle.
bear that like escaped everywhere. Like
My point is, I left it behind
like,
in the tent. So on the third day we went out, I left the pistol in the tent. I left the bear spray in the tent. Those fixed blade knives we left in the tent. The hatchets we left in the tent.
I remember that.
We had
That's
nothing
when we
with
got
us.
deep. We went all the way almost
we
to
went
the edge.
so
we
deep.
went 3.5 miles.
We were so deep, I think we were off the map. We got lost. We're like we're not on this trail anymore.
Yeah.
We're like just bushwhacking now. And we're off the map and we're going through the woods.
No, we weren't off the map though.
We were at the edge of it though. We were like way far.
And like you know, like when I went back with Brian,
Yeah.
we kept going and going, and we finally found
butterfly
that tube.
trail.
But because of that storm that blew through there before we got there, that storm fucked up. Remember how fucked up the woods were?
It was bad.
Dude, we couldn't even like figure out normal trails.
Well, so we were walking.
So
We're in the woods.
That being said,
We have
like,
nothing with us. We're hungry. We're tired. I was sick the day before. Remember, I was throwing
Yeah.
up. I was like heat stroke. So I'm delirious. Right, we're tired. It's hot as shit. It's like 90 degrees outside. And what do we hear? Describe the noise we heard.
It was like branches
It
breaking.
was this noise. It was like this.
Nah.
And I'm like, yo, what is that noise? And you're like, I don't know. And I was like, listen. It was like, and I was like coming across this log that had fallen down. And I remember watching on YouTube. They said bears like to live where logs lay, and they hide in like overgrowth. So you got to shout out, bear, 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 and you got to make noise so they know you're there. So we start shouting out, bear, bear, bear. We don't hear anything back. We start hearing this. I start getting this real sick feeling in my stomach, like, oh my god, dude, we're gonna walk up on a fucking bear, and we're gonna get mauled, and we're gonna die, and it's gonna be terrible. And I didn't want to tell you I didn't have anything with me. And then you're like, yo, get the bear spray. I was like, actually, I don't have it. And you're like, what? I was like,
Yeah,
I left it at the tent. And you're like, why? And I was
That
like,
was like an oh shit moment.
I don't know.
And I was like, okay, hey.
But you were feeling funny.
Yeah.
I was feeling funny. But neither one of us was saying anything.
Like I had pointed it out like right away.
Yeah. So you had this weird feeling. I had this weird feeling. We come around this tree trunk. Can't see ahead of us. Trail's all congested. There's bush and thicket. It's.
Dude,
I hear this.
bad, like
I hear this. Huh. I'm 100% sure it's a bear. I'm starting to pee my pants a little bit. And I was like, Addison, we gotta go. And you said, you know what? I think we should go. And I was like, all right. We were starting to turn around. And I look up. You know what we saw? What did we
There's
see?
2 trees
Two birch trees
rubbing against each other.
rubbing against each other. And then every time the wind would blow, the trees would touch and it would go. It was the trees, bro.
And like
I was scared of trees.
the problem was though, I had the feeling of being stalked,
You felt like we were being watched.
and
I felt that too.
And because all of the destruction, all the debris that like it kicks up after a storm like that,
Yeah.
everybody's out eating.
And you know what, though?
So
We might have been being watched,
yeah.
but it wasn't right then.
Bobcats are really prevalent out there, and they stalk you. Lynx, bobcat. So
It's very possible
They say that they
that we
will,
were being stalked.
They will follow you,
And we turned around and we went right back.
and they hunt fish.
And
they
we
do
went
all
back.
that.
It took us about an hour.
I went right back, dude. I was like,
Dude, it took us probably about 2 hours.
I looked
2 hours
at you,
to get
you
out
looked
there.
At me, and like the other thing I was also looking at is widowmakers,
Those tree limbs, they can
and
fall.
we saw so many like huge tree limbs just hanging by a hair.
It was pretty dangerous.
I told like that's when I was like, dude, we gotta go back. Like,
Dude, but I'm saying it took us 2 hours to get out there.
yeah,
How long did it take us to get back?
not that
Like an
long.
hour. I
Like
think an hour.
45 minutes.
We
Like, were
ran
fucking-
back to
We were
tent.
fucking out.
We were
of there.
like, we're done.
out of
That
there.
was so funny. I was like, we're done. We're out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. Like,
It was this weird feeling.
'cause we went out. The
I
day
think we
bef-
made a good call.
I do not regret it. I will
I don't
never regret that.
I wanted to
call.
go back sooner. I just didn't want to be a pussy and say anything.
Well, it was one of those things where I looked at you. I was like,
Can I say
"Yeah."
that on this? I didn't mean to say that. I don't,
No,
I don't
I
want
was
to be a
like,
wimp.
no, you said it. Authentic.
That's genuine.
It was one of those things where I was like, are we really going to, like, just
Commit?
fake pretend we're tough guys with?
I was like,
That's when I asked you. I
about
said,
ready.
"Do you have bear spray?" And when you said no, I said, "Well, then I don't
Let's
think
go.
we even have like a leg to stand on out here."
yeah, that was a good call.
Because I personally believe mountain lions live in Pennsylvania as well.
They definitely do. They're habitual up there.
So I don't want to cross one of those mother frickers.
Dude, those are big, man. They're like as big as dogs.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Yeah.
They got paws like this, you know? It's crazy. They'll lash into you if you're hungry enough. It was nice, though. It's very pretty up there.
Dude, it's Morgantown almost reminds me of that place.
It was
It's
very-
almost like a
very
little bit
picturesque.
of it. It's like just Middle East. It's like
Hilly
just,
enough?
just to the middle of Pennsylvania. It's like a little bit past Honeybrook.
Well,
where
French
South
Creek
Canton
is up
City.
there. Have you ever been to French Creek?
Mm.
We drove right past it on our way up to the Auto Tags place, the notary. That's French Creek State Park. All those woods, that's French Creek.
Yeah, she's pretty much like my new stepmom now or something. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna start an Instagram for your car.
What are you gonna name your car? Do you name your cars?
I do.
Yeah, I do too.
My last car, its name was Bay, dude. And it was just like, it's my Bay. I blow into her like
I think that's an
it's
appropriate
my
name.
first. It's my first in a while. Like she's delicate.
Yeah,
She's been driven.
she had a rough demise.
Yeah. This one,
Sometimes a name has to come to
this
you.
one's female, but it's probably just like black bitch.
I feel like some cars are male.
Yeah,
And
they
some
are.
cars
Your
are
car's
female.
probably male.
My car is a male. I call him Moonlight.
Yeah,
After
your
the-
car's a male.
After the Beethoven Sonata.
The Civic I have is a bitch, dude. It's a Bay. It's a Interior's all nice now. We're
It is nice.
gonna have to like keep that up, and that's it.
My truck was my Chevy Blazer was a guy, but I feel like my Toyota truck was a
I've
female.
only had girls. I had one guy. It was my Camaro. It was my bone marrow. That's what.
Bone marrow. I remember my Dragon wagon, my Subaru Legacy wagon. That was a fun car. Dude, I got that thing up to 102 miles an hour on South Guernsey.
Yeah.
102. At that speed, if I hit anything, you're done.
Dude, that thing would fucking just be.
You would just explode. I remember like driving past that same spot like years later, like, how did I do that?
And like on State Road, remember that? Like
Yeah.
the bumpy road, like you'd be like, alright, I'm doing 90, like
I remember in my
go to
Blazer
school, like all
on
high,
Hess
like,
Mill, I would cut this corner so hard that my air freshener was like sideways. Because my truck was on 2 wheels. It almost rolled over.
Yeah, I'm gonna treat her like a princess, dude. They actually treated that car like a princess, dude. They did.
I think it drives great.
Inside they did. Outside they treated it like a fucking dog. They're
Outside, they like spit on it. And
like, they're like like tell him you're his daddy, like before you spit.
just
him
touch
in
your
it.
mouth,
Gets-
you know.
Gets it cleaner.
Spank it on the trunk before they get in.
Yeah, the trunk. I'm like, God. I'm like,
Dude,
damn.
I'm so glad we fixed that trunk.
I'm like, need some. I'm like, damn it, Sari. You're in your doo-doo games, breaking the trunk.
That was so cute. She was in there crawling around.
Yeah. Maybe she likes cars. I don't know.
I think she likes what we like. I think we're still alive, too.
It's good. Gotta get her interested. She seems like a team member type.
Yeah, I'm gonna press her pretty hard.
When she's
Give her some
done
tasks.
like her main agenda of like watching YouTube, she's like, all right, well, what's really going on here?
She's actually really too smart for her age.
She's getting like wittier by the minute.
I remember the first time she lied. She was in the bathroom. She was like eating toothpaste or something, and I was like, "What are you doing?" She was like, "Nothing." Like with an F, nothing. I thought it was so funny. I said, "You're doing nothing?" Okay. Looks like you're doing something. That's how kids are, man. They just, I got really lucky. I have one good one. And as much as she fusses, she does not fuss as much.